Okay, so here we are in section 6.3. And they want us to actually simplify. Let me just get a fresh screen for you. Here's 6.3. Number 1, square root of 45. Now, what do they want me to do? They want me to simplify this. They don't mean use my calculator and get a decimal. They want me to actually simplify it, leaving it as a root. Now, how do I do that? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to break down the 45. Yeah, like what times what is 45? 5 times 9? And right, you can use your calculator if you're rusty on some of those times tables. 5 times 9 is 45. And 9 is what times what? 3 times 3. And that's as far as I can break those down. These numbers won't break down anymore, huh? What are those numbers called that won't break down anymore? Primes. They're primes. Anyway, I'm not going to quiz you on the name. But anyway, they're primes. They won't break down anymore. Okay, so what? So that means that this square root of 45 has become 5 times 3 times 3. We found out sort of like the signature, or the basic building blocks of a 45. A 45 is made out of 5 times 3 times 3. It's like the DNA little, it's the guts, the building blocks of a 45. Okay, great. Again, so what? Well, did you realize that what we can do now is we can take these 2 3s and we can ship 1 to the front and they're both gone. And the answer will become a single 3 times the square root of 5. And we're done. We simplified it. Now, when I say do you realize, like why would you realize that? Like, is that something we've done before? Actually, yes. But we never think about it or name it that. Let me just refresh your memory real quick. What's the square root of 9? 3. You all know that, huh? Think about what you just did there. What was in that 9 all along? 3 times 3. So you took 2 3s inside the square root and did what? Shipped 1 3 out of the square root. And the root vanished, huh? Because there was nothing left in the root. Now, if there had been another number, like a 7 in there, then that would still be hanging out in the root. See the difference? If everything leaves the root, then the root, poof, just vanishes. So, yeah, so if you think about it, we've been doing that all along with square roots. That's what they always do. I call them a 2-for-1 deal. It's like you're shopping at Target and things are on sale, 2 for 1. So 2 3s inside is 1 3 outside. It's a 2-for-1 deal. 2 for 1. So that's what I did right here. 2 3s inside, a single 3 comes outside, and they're both gone. This time we had something else that had to stay inside because there weren't two 5s. So that just stays inside and we're done. So square roots are a 2-for-1 deal. Like shopping at Target, things are on sale 2 for 1. You buy 2, pay for 1 going out of the store. Is that good? Why do you think they're a 2-for-1 deal? Why not a 3-for-1 deal, 4-for-1 deal, 5-for-1 deal? Where's the 2 come from? Yeah, remember when there's nothing in the hook, what's really there? There's an invisible 2. Right? It's called a what root? Square root. And that square means 2, remember? That's why it's a 2. So why I'm saying that because I think the very next problem, they're going to put a different number than 2 in the hook. So whatever they put in the hook, that's the deal. So the deal gets better. If they put a 3 in the hook, it's a 3-for-1 deal, etc. Getting the idea? That's what roots always do, don't they? That's what we've been doing all along with roots. We just didn't call it that. But that's what roots are. They're a 2-for-1. Square roots, anyway, are a 2-for-1 deal. All right. So let's see. Number 2. Yeah, there it is. Cube root of 80. So number 2 is the 3 root of 80. So take the 80 and start breaking it down with your calculator. So just start dividing. Doesn't matter where you start. Just divide by whatever you can. Break that 80 all the way down. As we're getting it, let me help. So there's a real big difference between whether a number's in the hook or in the front. This is not the same as that. See the difference there? This is not in the hook. This one is in the hook. You see the difference? So if there's not, see, let's look back to the last problem. Last problem, what was in the hook here? Nothing, which means 2. Right? If they put nothing in the hook, it means there's really a 2 there. Now I probably should have written this 3 better. I probably made it look funny that way. Let me do this more clearly. So there's a difference in a big number sitting in the front and a tiny little number in the hook zone. Right? That's real important. So in this problem, the number 1 here, there's nothing in the hook all the way to the end. Nothing in the hook. This 3 is in the front. Big 3 in the front. Nothing in the hook, which means 2. That's why we did 2 for 1 deal. 2 3s inside, sent 1 out, and they're gone. Right? But on this problem, I have a little 3 in the hook. So this problem is going to be a 3 for 1. That's the deal at target. So it's a 3 for 1 deal. So, okay. So then let's break down that 80. It's 8 times 10. And 8 is 2 times 4. 10 is 2 times 5. 4 is 2 times 2. So underline all the stuff that has reached bottom ground. Can't go down further. So then this problem becomes the cube root of, and I've got 4 2's and a 5, huh? 4 2's and a 5. And then now what's the deal here? It's a 3 for 1 deal, right? There's a 3 in the hook. So you circle 3, out comes a single big 2, not in the hook, right? A big 2, and they're all gone. Target's having a 3 for 1 deal. You go out of the store only paying for 1, and you get all 3 in your bag, right? So all 3 are gone from inside the store, and you paid for only 1 going out of the store. So what do we have? 2 cube root of 2 times 5, 10. Yeah, just remultiply those at the end. For anything that had to stay inside, you just remultiply them. 2 cube root of 10. And you do have to leave that 3, because if you leave this 3 off, what does it mean now? It means 2 root, right? If you don't put anything in the hook, it means 2. And we don't mean that. You never change the number in the hook. Whatever it started with, it'll end with. How are we doing? This is the heartbeat of this section. We're just going to do this again and again in different settings. Is that good? Questions I can answer? Okay. Okay, so try that one. See if you can break down that 162. And for the x's, I would just write out 8 x's. Circle 3, right? It's a 3. This is 3 for 1 deal, isn't it? See that 3 is in the hook? He's saying I'm a 3 for 1 deal. All right, so let's break down that 162. If you look at a big old number like 162, you know 2 goes in, huh? Because it ends with a 2. So just start there. You should calculate 2 times 81, 9 times 9, 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay, so underline all the stuff. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to write everything out. Let me try to make it really clear for you. So let me leave a little room here. So 3rd root of. Now I'm just going to put all the stuff in there. A single 2. And I think if you're just really careful, make it big enough so you see everything, you can get this. And then how many x's? 8 of them, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Are we good to there? So there's everything under the hook. All the little numbers that multiply to be the 162 and all the x's. Now, we're at Target. We're shopping at Target. Big sign. 3 for 1. Grab anything you want. 3 for 1 sale today. So what's going to happen? Literally that. I'm going to grab these 3 3s and I'll go out of the store. They're gone. I'm taking them out of Target. They're no longer in the store. I went out of the store but only paid for 1. Right? So 3 for 1. Same thing. Letters are just numbers we don't currently know. There's not a different rule for the letters. It's the same exact rule. 3 x's. I go out of the store, paying for only 1. They're gone. I take them out. 3 more x's. We go out of the store. They're gone. 2 x's are left on the shelves. Do you see that? See how it's just a 3 for 1 deal? For letters, for numbers, for everything. You just circle 3 3, send one out. Circle 3 x's, send one out. Circle 3 x's, send one out. So what makes it to the outside? 3x squared, right? X is x squared. Cube root. Don't forget to put that 3 in the hook. What's left on the inside? 2 times 3 is 6. X times x is x squared. Done. Does that make sense how that happened? Questions I can answer for that? See how it's always just circle 3, out one comes, circle 3, out one comes, circle 3, out one comes. And whatever's left in there just remultiplies, right? The 2 and the 3, 6, x and x squared, just remultiply the stuff left in, like reshelve it, so to speak, to store it. And everything that comes out multiplies also, right? On the outside, x times x squared. So everything that comes out multiplies together, everything staying in multiplies together after you do the 3 for 1 chip out. So, good there? All right, want to try that one? Same kind of thing. Break down that 96 all the way down to all its little pieces. And x to the 4th, you know that's 4x's, y to the 6, 6y's. And then do the big ship out. 4, this is a 4 for 1. The deal's getting better at Target, right? It's a 4 for 1 deal. Okay, let me jump in and help. So you're doing some 96, 2 times, was that 48? 6, 7, 8. It doesn't matter how you do this as long as you just keep going all the way to the bottom. 2, 2. So undoing. Be careful. It's easy to accidentally drop one of the numbers. Just be real careful. So looking like 4th root of, give a little more room there. 4th root of, and what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2's and a 3. 3, 4, 5 2's and a 3. And then 4 x's. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 6 was 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that good? At all the... So 5 2's. 5 2's and a 3. 4 x's, 6 y's. Okay, so you know the deal now. It's a, what is the deal? 4. 4 for 1 deal. So 1, 2, 3, 4 2's. Out comes a 2. 4 x's. Out comes an x. 4 y's. Out comes a y. So we have 2 x and y in the front. Okay. And keep the 4 in the hook here. What's left inside? 2 times 3? 6. And y times y? Y squared. We're done. Is that making sense? How are we doing? Questions I can answer on that one? It's the basic plan of shipping things out with the roots working for you? All right. Number 6. Square root of 3. Let me just rewrite it here. Square root of 3 times square root of 15. They want me to multiply and simplify. Hey, what number is in the hooks there? And nothing, so 2. Those are 2. So we're back to a 2 for 1 deal. Anyway, you could multiply those, calculate it 3 times 15, 45, but you know it's better not to. It's easier to just put them all together into one root. What is 15? 3 times 5. So just put them all together in one root like that. The first 3, and then the 3 times 5 from the 15. Because we have to break it down eventually anyway. So it's better it's better just to start breaking down right away. Just break them all down. See how I just lumped them all into one big root like that? Just put them all into one big root. And then what's in the hook again? 2. So you know what to do, right? It's a 2 for 1 deal. It's a 2 for 1 deal. So I'm going to circle the 2 3's. I'm at Target. Things are on sale 2 for 1. Out comes a single 3. They're gone. So that's single 3. And what stays inside the root? 5. Nothing's in the hook again. Right? That 3 in the front is not in the hook, is it? It's just a big old 3 in the front. The hook has an invisible 2. And we're done. So it's like an easy version of what we've been doing. Just the deal is just when they multiply, just lump them into one root and do the same thing. Just lump them into one root and do the same thing. Let's see, number 7. Cube root of 2. Now, notice there's a 3 in the hook for both those guys. So same thing, just lump them into one big third root and do the same thing. So these are the same in the hook, right? So you just keep that the same. You just lump them together, right? Single 2, and then what's the 4? 2 more 2s. Good to there so far? So whenever you have 2 roots with numbers in the hook, you just lump them together into one big root, same hook, you don't change that at all. And then he's a 3 for 1 deal. You're at Target, you're shopping, and you say, okay, 3 2s. Out comes a big 2. They're gone, right? What's left in the root? Nothing. This is, I think, the first time we've had, there's not like another 7 or 5 or whatever, 3 or whatever. There's nothing else in there. So the entire root, meaning this whole thing, poof, gone. The hook number, that's part of the root, that's gone. So the answer is just 2. Plain 2 in the front. The entire root, when everything leaves root, so we've been seeing that, right? Isn't Payless Shoe Source closing down right now? That's the most recent one. What? Amazon's slowly taking over the world. I don't know if you know. So, but anyway, stores are closing down, right? And so when everything leaves the store, it closes down. Would you have another store? What's that?
Charlotte Russe. I know that.
Oh, okay. That's the most recent, huh? Anyway, so the store is gone when everything leaves. And there's nothing left in the root, it vanishes. Right? We good there? Making sense? Okay, so on 14 here, we're dividing a couple of cube rooters, notice. So what's going on? So let me rewrite it for you. 14. So it's the cube root of 40. What is it? A to the 10th, b to the 8th. Over the cube root of 5, 8 and 7. A to the 8th. B to the 7th equals okay. So what's going to happen? Now we're dividing, aren't we? So let me tell you. First, divide. Meaning what? 5 goes into 40 8 times. Use your calculator if you're rusty on that. 40 divided by 5 is 8. So this is going to become cube root of 8. And what do you do with a to the 10th over a to the 8th? Subtract powers. A squared, remember that? 10 minus 8. We just talked about that maybe half an hour ago. Right? That when you're dividing, powers subtract. And b to the 8th over b to the 7th? B to the 1st, or just b? You know? See what I did there? I first divided. First divide numbers and subtract powers. So first divide the numbers, 40 divided by 5, and subtract the powers. Divide numbers in the front and subtract the powers. Now what do we do from here? That 3 is in the hook. I don't know if maybe I'm making it too big. That 3 is in the hook. So I'm almost done, but I've got to break down the 8 and see if there's anything in there you probably know already. 8's 2 times 4, 4's 2 times 2, huh? You with me so far? So that is cube root of 2 times 2 times 2, a squared b. And this is a what deal at Target is this one? 3 for 1, 3 2's in. 1 2 out, they're gone. So it's 2 cube root of, let me change the color here. And what's left inside the cube root? A squared b, huh? Everybody see how that happened? Questions on that one? Why don't we do one more? That's all we got time for. Okay, so now, so let's again first divide. Bless you. First divide numbers in the front. So I should say numbers in the root. Yeah, why I wanted to show you this one in particular is because you could get messed up. This 3 will divide into this 2025. Is that what it is? 675? Thank you. 675. The 3 that's outside the root, he cannot interact. He only divides things outside the root. Does that make sense? Outsiders with outsiders, insiders with insiders. We'll talk more about that on Wednesday. So what do we get then? So we have the square root of 675xy over plane 3. See, this plane 3 is still there. What happened to the root 3 on the bottom? That's gone because he divided in. Remember, when everything leaves a root, that root vanishes. That store vanishes when they lose all their inventory. Everything inside. So is that good so far? So see how the 3 that was inside divided into the 2025 inside. Insiders with insiders. Now, what about that 675? Well, you know what to do, right? Take that 675. Usually, I know 5 goes in because it ends with a 5. I don't know how many times. What is it, 135? 135, thank you. Wait, is that right?
25 and
27. Okay, well, I'll just keep going with the 5. I don't know. Am I doing this right? Yeah, and then that's 5 divided by 5 again. That's 5 and 27. Thank you. And then 27, 3 times 9. 9 is 3 times 3. So 5, 5, 3, 3, 3. So that means this becomes square root of 5, 5, 3, 3, 3, xy over 3. So far, so good. And then what's in the hook here?
2.
Yeah, nothing, 2. So he's a 2 for 1 deal. So 2 5s in, 1 5 out, and 2 3s in, 1 3 out. And they'll times on the outside, just like they were doing on the inside. So that'll be 15. What's left in the root? 3xy. Yeah, if you need to go, feel free to go. I know we're running over here. And a single 3 on the bottom. Like that. Good so far. Vincent?
I got 225 divided by 5 is 45 times 5.
Why did you take 225 divided by 5? We're dividing by 3. There's a 3 on the bottom there? Yeah, I think that was a mistake there. So last step, this 3 can divide into that 15 because those are outsiders, huh? That'd be 5. So 5 square root of 3xy. Does that make sense? So the moral of that story is outsiders with outsiders, insiders with insiders, huh? As we divide. Hang out if you want to.